Hey there, Chang-un. I wanted to make a video here where I just talk about two common mistakes I see people do with their um, upgrading of things in their own bases, as well as uh, just proper way things that are just forgotten in the game that can really be helpful, that are the difference between winning and losing a lot of the time. Now, the first one's really simple, but I commonly see people in my own clan and otherwise who are just not able to get enough units in their from their requests. Now, you got to remember, first off, you got to upgrade your Alliance Gate. Alliance Gate is not an unvaluable thing; it's very valuable. Most people, I think, are pretty aware now that offensive upgrades should happen first, and a lot of people will do their barracks really quick, and they know that, okay, the barracks is really a valuable building because it's adding more units to my army. Well, the same goes for the Alliance Gate. It's also adding units to your army. So being able to upgrade your Alliance Gate so that you can hold 24 or even more units is really valuable. That's 24 units. It's a huge amount. It's another barracks almost. And not only that, for low level people, you can get high level units in that request. So you could be a very low level base, but have a very high level unit in your request. So I do often see people, even in my own clan, who have requests of 8 or 9 when they could have more. I'm sure at that level that they could be upgrading that earlier. I would still prioritize barracks, maybe, but not too far after. You should be getting your Alliance Gate maxed out. It really helps in war, especially at lower levels. Not less in lower levels, but more. Now, that kind of goes off of another point. One of the ways to get more people in your Alliance Gate is through the library. Now, the library is another thing that I think is undervalued by people. You really should be upgrading it as you're upgrading everything. It should constantly be at work. Now, it'd be funny right now if mine isn't, and it isn't. But I've pretty much maxed it out now for my level. I still need to add the leadership skill, but 48,000 oil is a lot. Now, I mean, I could go through all of these, but if you are unaware of how to actually check what each of the upgrades will be, click on the question mark on the box, and it shows you the 4 levels of upgrades. Now, you're going to want to find the ones that are most valuable. Um, I'm not going to go through all of them. I know that I've just, on my secondary account right now, I'm working on cast iron, which early on in the game, that this is hugely valuable. 10% and 20% even for a carabiner to all of their attacks. So you're just adding 10% attack. That's a huge bonus on attacks. A lot of them are defensive. You might want to get them secondary, but it's whatever you want. It's easy to get gold. It's easy to get food early on in the game. So now I'm wondering if I can find. If you go through, like, they're all very, very valuable here. There's not a lot that is not. Battle tactics, +1 on chapter 3, +1 war tactics capacity. That's a hugely valuable thing. I've chosen the Koreans in my current alt specifically because they get one more tactic. So instead of having to, it's just that valuable. It's incredibly valuable to add a tactic to your army. They all, like, I could go through all, but I will not actually. But they all have that kind of value. Everything is all of these are very valuable. Your rally cooldowns, your quicker rallies, longer rallies, um, adding time to the battle timer. I mean, all of this stuff is just unbelievably valuable. So if you are not getting these things, um, you're really missing out on a huge aspect of the game that is absolutely necessary to be a top player. You really shouldn't be going up in an age until you've got most of it, if not all of it, complete. I'm not moving up in an age yet, even though I've almost completely completed the library here. Now, it takes time. It really does take time to fill these out, but you should just constantly have one going. Don't overly worry about which one you have going. It's better to do the right one. Look at this one. Just 2 troop capacity, 3 troop capacity, 5 troop capacity, plus 10% barracks troops attack or healing and health. All of my units 10% health and attack. That's unbelievable. So if you're not upgrading these at all times, you're falling behind. And if you're noticing, wow, that guy attacking me is just, why, how can he have such a big army? Or how are his catapults hitting me for so much damage? Or any of those kind of things. Well, this is why. If you're maxing these out as you go up through the levels, as far as I know, it doesn't affect matchmaking. And that's what you want. You want anything that you can do that doesn't affect matchmaking in wars is really going to help your team to put you ahead of other people. So if you guys have all your libraries completed for your age, then you know what? And then if they don't, you're going to be stronger. You're just flat out going to be stronger. I will point out one that is absolutely, once you get to a higher level, is really an unbelievably strong thing. Leadership. Uh, Train a second general, chapter 3. Train a second general using oil. It's absolutely a game changer. You have 2 generals, I've got 2 level 10s. They can just destroy stuff. And it helps you to create a perimeter. They're so strong. You keep them away from cannons and they'll just live and crush things. Having 2 generals is a real game changer. So leadership is another one. I'm not going to go through them all. I know I've said that and I've gone through a lot of them, but that's how they're all exciting. They're fun. And I really suggest get your library going. Don't forget your Alliance Gate. And there's actually, I couldn't find it in there, but there's one that increases how many troops you can get into your Alliance Gate. I mean, now we have the university is another new thing. I might make another video about that. I'll just say I've gone with Da Vinci because I personally use a lot more ballistas and cannons. So seeing the cannons down here as well as the sabotage duration, this is definitely I want to get into these talents as soon as possible. Cannon damage, cannon hit points, and sabotage duration. And I'm also going to use heavy tanks when we go further on in the game. So this one really, I think Da Vinci right now is a little overpowered actually. Maybe it's just me using my attack strategy, but it really suits everything that I do. And I love mortars as well. So I'm just going to progress through it as the game goes. Again, I'm sure this is another thing, just like the library, that you should really be progressing completely through as much as you can before upgrading it. So that's just a little tutorial on things that I think people are missing, forgetting in the game, that is really helpful. And I think that if you're patient and you get all those library upgrades done and the Alliance Gate, and don't progress your town center too quickly, and make sure you have a lot of those, you're going to have more fun with the game, because if you do wars, you're going to win wars. And when you win wars, it's more fun. So just those are little tips, and I hope that those can help you guys. And keep on dominating, and good luck going forward.